Girl, who am I? Shit. Thank you for tuning in to No Cap. On this episode, we're going to be talking about the Mean Girls Walmart ad. Ooh, that was exciting to see.
Yeah.
Yes, and also we're going to be talking about the Gen Z and how they're operating.
At North, she's still working.
Buckle up.
True girl.
It's
I
already
still
Wednesday.
check the weather like that, okay? But now
This
I
wasn't
use
regular
my
shopping. This was deal shopping.
For real.
It's nothing.
Man, I don't have.
Full
She's a
obsessed.
fun mom.
If you have Walmart Plus,
Dude, it's
you
so
will
awesome
get
that they had
3-hour
Missy on
early
there,
access
too.
to Black Friday
Okay,
deals.
Missy. You're
Deals.
so
The
Watch it that goes.
Oh, they need to make the Mean Girls too. That would be awesome.
I really wish they
I
would.
bet you after they get the reviews from this ad that
And I'm Karen.
they're gonna have to cook something up
We
with
know.
Yeah. Okay.
But Lindsay Lohan, is she acting?
the
She hasn't
acting.
acted in a while. I haven't seen her in anything in a while.
While Girl World was at peace,
I don't think she's had a baby yet.
Deal World was
Maybe
just
a year, I
getting
don't know.
started.
Yeah.
One
Yes.
I love
and,
that freaking that's
Have a great day at
Walmart
school.
ad ever.
I
And Walmart has not paid me for this, but they do have 65-inch TVs for $398 for Black Friday.
Yeah, and I used to work for Walmart, so I feel for my Walmart people for Black Friday. Y'all finna go through it. So
It's
buckle up for that
bananas.
one.
All right, so tell me what you think about the ad in its entirety. Like, what's up? You feeling it? Not feeling it? What's
I'm
up?
totally feeling it. I'm all for it. Like it caught my attention. I was on YouTube and I was like, "Is that Regina George?" And then she looked older. So I was like, "What the hell is this?" So I went on there and I was like, it was amazing. I loved it, and I hope they make a Mean Girls too, because I will definitely go to the movies to watch that, and I don't like going to the movies. So yes, please make a Mean Girls too.
So, what do you feel like it was about Mean Girls? Because I really like Mean Girls too. So, like, what was it for you that just made you love Mean Girls?
I think why I really like Mean Girls is because everybody goes through that in high school on trying to fit in and want to be that it girl, and everything just crumbling at the seams. I would feel like, But yeah, I feel like every girl wants to be that it girl and they want to fit in, so they go through all this.
So, I know you like. I would love for a Mean Girls too, but like, wouldn't it be so different now? Like with Generation Z and like how they operate. Do you feel like they could capture the same, like
I mean,
struggle?
I think they can capture it for the generation now, Like I feel like we, as we're both mothers, we can, what's the word I'm looking for? God damn. Oh my God, the word is relate. The word is relate. I'm going through it. But anyway, I think us as mothers, and we're growing up a little bit, we can relate to the mothers if they do Lindsay Lohan and the other people. I can't remember. I'm sorry, Gretchen and whatever her name is. We can relate because they'd be mothers and we're mothers, and then their kids would be our kids. So they'll be going through the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, that'd be really good. I like that. They definitely should reach out to you so you can write it.
Girl, I can't even talk right now. I'm like, what is going on? But yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Would you like the Mean Girls too? Or you don't
I
care?
definitely would like it. I was a big Mean Girls fan.
Oh, really?
Not
I
in
didn't know
real.
that.
Yeah,
Like,
I
you were a real
actually
mean
like.
girl in high school.
No, I was not.
Girl, what we doing all that?
What? You think I
Well,
was a mean girl?
no. But I'm just saying, you're like, oh no, not me. What do you
Heavens
think
no.
you were in high school?
Out of place nerd. Like I was trying to fit in with the like black people, but I was a nerd. I took free AP classes.
Yeah, I remember that. That doesn't make you a nerd. It doesn't make you a nerd. It just
I
makes
was
you
also
smart.
in theater. Like,
You were in theater
yeah, I went to
in high school
yes.
at our hometown high school.
Yes, like you remember when Josh Wilson, shout out Josh Wilson, if you still doing your radio thing, we try to get on the map. No, I'm kidding. Can you give me more than that? Like,
Dude, it was like me, you, Brittany. I think Catherine was there. I'm sorry to put y'all on there like that, but I think I'm sure it was you. And we were there, and he had like a little performance thing. Is that what you're talking about?
yes, 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 yes. I was in theater then. Yes.
What? Girl, where was I? I must have been going
What
through it.
what were your electives?
That's a good question. The basic ones, girl. I don't know. I
There
don't.
are no basic electives.
Okay,
They're electives.
right. Right, you know I'm a little slow.
You
Okay,
elect them.
it definitely
You're
wasn't
like,
pre-AP.
I need the non-pre-AP elective. They're like, ma'am, it's PE. Like, okay, make sure it's not the advanced.
No, okay, I was in choir.
Okay, I can see that because you can blow. You can sing.
Well, not anymore, but yeah, I was in choir, and was it? Where you have two of them?
Hmm.
Girl, I don't remember the other one, but it was choir.
Here's the funniest thing. I remember they put me in like a parenting class or something, like right after I had had my daughter. So I was like, this is just like real life. And the teacher would just pass me. And it was my first period. I would be late. And she'd be like, it's okay. I know you have a real baby. And in my head, I'm like, okay, like,
Not a real baby.
yes, like she would let me, like, oh my gosh, she would just let me get away with so much because she knew I was a teen mom. Now I bet that's normal. They're just like, go sit down.
Seriously, yeah,
Dude.
parenting. It's hard. It's really hard, especially trying to take care of a baby when you are a baby. You know what I'm saying?
Man, it was bananas. Can you believe like we went to school and like I didn't graduate, but you graduated and just like we
You
were
didn't
doing it,
graduate?
girl. No, girl, I got a good enough diploma. Okay.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, I dropped
Dude,
out my senior year
shut
and
up.
yes. Yes, girl, I'm operating off a good enough diploma. So to
Oh,
people
well,
out
go
there,
ahead,
you
girl.
you can make it happen.
I ain't even
Goofy.
doing good enough, man. Oh, you better go ahead. We're gonna have to do a round of applause for that. Like, yay! Oh,
Thank you.
I didn't
Thank
know
you. Thank you.
that. Okay. Oh, see, that gives hope for other, people that took that route too. So yeah, look at
Yes.
you.
And what's so crazy about us, a lot of people don't know, like me and Lady T's, or we're both teen moms, but our babies are literally like 7 days apart. Like we literally like walk the same walk. Like our kids are 7 days apart, like to the days. So
Yep.
it's literally like you said, two different paths of like the same scenario, but still, making it happen. So shout out to you too for doing that, girl. Yes.
Oh, thank you, girl.
But now that we passed the sentimental, I just don't understand why my daughter cannot keep up with her socks. Like at this point, I'm buying like a pack of socks a week for me and her.
I know, it's freaking annoying. Like, where are the socks going, actually? Because my son, he's starting to take my socks. Like, is there a damn, that's stupid if I say this, but is there a damn secret location that all the socks go to? Where are the socks going?
I don't know, but I feel the same way. I don't know if the dryer eats them. Like, I'm really like, I want to get to the bottom of this. So if anybody knows, drop it in the comments. Where do you think the socks go? Because teenagers swear that it's not their fault that they're disappearing. And
I'm about to
honestly,
be a
maybe they
damn
what if they just be so crusty and they don't want to put them in there, so they just throw them away? I didn't
dude.
think
There's
about that.
literally no reason for that. Like, I'm gonna start being a drill sergeant, and as soon as you step your foot in the damn house, I'm gonna be like, "Give me your socks. Give me your socks," and
Socks.
we're gonna have a sock bin and put it in
Oh
there.
man, you should do like the Asians, like how which like I ain't trying to be like whatever that is.
Racist
But
against the Asians. Oh
we
God,
trying to air in all the continents. But you know how they be taking off their shoes, like
girl.
instead of
So
that they socks.
I'm so getting tired of it. Like, I'm constantly bickering at my son about socks. Like, he's starting to take my socks. I don't got no socks now. Like, what we gonna do, y'all? How am I gonna wear tennis shoes? I can't be wearing them without no socks. Where is the socks at? They ain't under the bed.
Does he
They
do his own laundry?
Does he do his own laundry, girl?
Yeah.
I be trying to let him do his own laundry, but it's just, it just gets all wrinkled and like he just does the bare minimum. Like, what are y'all other mothers out there? What are y'all doing with y'all's kids? Like, is there a manual that shows how to get these kids prepared for adulthood? Because
It takes my daughter 3 days to do one load, girl. I'm like, what if you had to go to a laundromat? Like, how would you make it? Like, you can't just leave your
that's
clothes
the
there and come back the next day.
that's what we're gonna have to teach them. Like, you got to get it all done right here, right now, because match up all the socks and pull them out the dryer, and shake them. Cause
And I try to tell her that, but then she looks at me like, girl, you sleep next to your pile of clothes for like 2 days, but that's my business, right? Like, I pay the cost to
but
be the boss.
I know what we want to do, but we also got to show them too. Cause like we could talk all day, but they gonna be looking at us like, you don't do it, so why should I?
Yeah, I'm struggling with that a lot. I also think that ties into like the whole teen mom scenario. Like, it's like sometimes we're like sisters instead of me being the mom and her being the kid, and it's just like, whoa. Like right now, she's in the kitchen.
Are you scared? Are you nervous? What's going on? Is she
Me, I'll have a sign on my leg.
help? She's in the kitchen. you know
But
what's
no. Oh, go ahead.
You know what's funny that I catch myself doing? Like, I remember when I was younger and my mom would be like, stay out the kitchen. It's time to go to bed, blah, blah, blah. I'd be like, oh, okay. But I sure did sneak my ass up in there in that kitchen and go get me some food. I'd be telling my son the same thing. Like, you need to go to bed. You need to step out my kitchen. Do they do it? Yeah, they go in the kitchen. Like, isn't that
I,
funny that we're like repeating our parents
dude,
or
it
pairing? My
sounds.
daddy wasn't there.
Oh man, don't even get us started on that. No, I'm
I know
kidding.
that's another day. Sorry, Dad.
But one of the things I've noticed is like history repeats itself, and so as much as I want to be mad and feel disrespected, I'm like, it's just history repeating itself. So I just let it. Like, I used to scream and holler and sound just like my mama, but for what?
My mom never really screamed at me, but like me
Your
and my
mom did this
siblings,
shit.
oh, she did. I'll be
And
like,
that was yeah, we'd all be like, oh shit.
the glasses went down, y'all.
Oh my goodness, it's
Dude,
about to go down.
I remember whenever I found out I was pregnant, and oh my god, I had to go home and tell my mom. Dude, she was literally looking like that the whole time I was trying to tell her. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. But yeah, whew, I just got anxiety from thinking about that girl, and I'm freaking old. Almost told my age.
What do you think was the most scariest, like, in that moment, like when you were thinking about the whole scenario? Like, what was the scariest to you?
I think it was just scary because, like, being pregnant at 16 years old is a huge thing. And I knew it was huge, but I didn't want to be a disappointment. It was being a disappointment for sure.
Man,
Yeah. Now, I'm sure I'm not the only one who felt like that as a teen mom, like,
for
but
me, it was just like, ooh, yeah, I really fucked up this time, like, because
how
like,
did you tell your mom?
girl, I don't even remember. Like, life was so chaotic then. Uh, I remember, was that you or me when we were in the Wendy's bathroom? We were taking all those pregnancy tests. Remember that?
Girl, we were at Walmart.
We were just like peeing on all sticks, like,
No, okay. Do we really want to go this time?
huh?
You really want to say how we.
Yes.
Okay, so I think I had told you, hey, I think I'm pregnant. And you're like, shut up. No, I was like, no, I said I had bought a test. I took a test at Catherine's house. Or I should have said one of my best friend's house, but whatever. I took a test at one of my friend's house and it had the plus sign or minus sign. And it was like, it was a plus sign and it said I was pregnant. So I called you and I was like, dude, I think I'm pregnant. And you're like, how? I was like, cause I took a test and it said, it's plus sign. You're like, no, we're gonna go to Walmart and we're gonna take one that says pregnant or not pregnant. I was like, all right, cool, let's go. So we went.
Oh, and I went and stole all them
Yes,
tests.
sorry, no, we're not gonna say that. We went and bought a whole lot of tests.
And we are not gonna lie on the testimony. Like, God redeemed me, but I was a
What
hella
did you
thief.
get us?
They can't get us after all these years. Like 16 years ago, they probably don't even make them same tests anymore.
So like, we're gonna go to jail. I'm gonna
Sorry,
just say
Walmart, we stole. But back then, I had not been redeemed, and I did not know who I was called
we
to
were
be.
kids,
So
but we got a lot of pregnancy tests.
I just remember
And
looking at him and be like,
we went. You didn't even tell me that you thought that you were pregnant. You were just like, I'm going with you. So you were like, and then when we were there getting him, you're like, I'm gonna take one just to see it. I was like, okay. And yours came up first, and you were like, I'm pregnant. I was like, shut up. And then you gave it to me and put it underneath, and I was like, oh my god. And then mine said I was pregnant. I was like, dude, I'm pregnant. You were like, shut up. And then we found out we were both pregnant. And I don't remember exactly what happened after that. It was blurry as hell.
as fuck for like the next 6 years, okay?
And then I don't even remember the drive home or nothing. Like
Dude,
yeah.
all I remember is like telling Alton or telling my uncle, and like we just went on a drive, dude. So,
Down by the lake. No.
AKA Planned Parenthood. I was like, oh my gosh.
What? Y'all went to Planned
Yeah,
Parenthood?
yes, and because I'm not sure like how it happened or what, but like I knew I was pregnant, but I didn't tell anybody for like a minute. And
Yeah.
then when I finally told him, he took me like right to Planned Parenthood, like, and I guess like, to do whatever. And so when they did my sonogram, they said I was too far along, and he was looking like, but I was like,
Damn.
and I got my daughter, and I'm really thankful though, because like if it wasn't for her, I know like I would have wilded out way, way, way more. Like I was trying to set up the play for later, like in that moment I was like, oh my gosh, but later on, like I was like, I see
Yeah.
exactly why.
Yes.
Dude,
Oh
that's
god.
crazy. So as a single mom, what are some of the struggles that you face?
Girl, I faced a lot of struggles. Like, for one, where should I begin, child? Let's see. For one, I was a kid and had a kid. I went through homelessness. I went through I made horrible choices that also, um, I guess had repercussions, with my child. What else? We grew up together. That was a struggle. Then finding out that my son had a genetic disorder, so that was a struggle in itself, So dealing with that was hard, and it was all, besides my mom helping me, it was alone. Like I didn't have any help from, his dad. So yeah, that's struggles for sure.
Man, I definitely can relate. I shared some of those as well. Definitely, like you said, like homelessness, growing up together, like where other people could make a mistake and only have to worry about themselves. It's like the effects of your mistakes affected them.
Hmm.
And so, like, for my daughter, I feel like because I was still trying to be young and like
Oh,
party and have fun and stuff, like it was a lot of trauma there. And so, like, down the road, like she started acting out and stuff like that. And at the time, I really couldn't put it together. I was just like, oh, she's bad, like I'm bad, she's bad, like we're all bad. But
yeah.
it really was the trauma of just being raised by somebody who hadn't been raised yet. So,
Mm,
um, like I know a lot of the time, like single moms talk about their struggles, but like I feel like kids like have a lot of struggles too in that too. So
yeah.
shout out to my daughter for putting up with me, girl. You made it.
Shout
Oh
out
wait,
to
you
my
got a few more
crew.
years, but
We should have them on here one day.
no,
One
let's
day.
see. So, I know we talked a lot about like what it's like for us, but is there like a certain situation that you've had to experience with your kid that was similar to like you as a teenager and you had to give them grace and like remember like you had been there too?
I don't know, because I feel like sometimes my son be giving me a lot of attitude, and my mama don't play that for real, for real. Like, I'm trying to. Maybe you should answer this question, girl. What about you? What you think?
For me, my daughter is definitely like the talking back. Like I be really having to give her grace because I used to be like that. And I remember like how mad I would make adults, and she be getting me that hot, like, girl, just shut up before I shut you up. And it's
Ooh,
like, no, like, just chill. I'm trying this new thing where I'll be like, oh, sa.
dude, you got a numham yorenge.
Oh my gosh, girl. Like, no, like, I feel like I have to give her grace a lot now because she's in that teen phase, and that's what I
It's the worst.
mostly remember. Huh?
I'm sorry. I was just saying the teenage is being a teenager and having to deal with the teenager. That did not come out right. Having kids that are teenagers are the worst. Send help. That's what I was trying to say.
For real, I want to put a SOS sign out my door, like, please, like, send
Like
somebody
go on
in.
top of the roof and put up damn smoke signals. Like what? This is ghetto.
It is, but I just have to remember that like children are a gift from God, and so sometimes you get gifts that like you may not feel like you necessarily like or that gift's meant for you, but if the person gave it to you, they felt like it was meant for you. So like I just be trying to tough it out, but it's hard.
It
It's
really is.
hard.
Like, how do y'all deal with y'all's teenagers? Like, if they're having attitudes, like, well, do y'all just walk away? Like, do you just woo side? How are you dealing with this? Because I know when we went to the
I want to
county,
hear funny stories about when your kid almost made you snap. Like drop that in the comments for me, please.
for sure. Yeah, I'm getting irritated just thinking about it.
Man. Well, I really like the Mean Girls ad. Like, I can't wait to go get my Black Friday shopping on.
Okay.
I'm and I really, really just like how like we were able to just talk about like, we're a little bit about us. Like, I know this is new for everybody listening, and I know y'all may know us, y'all may not. So our goal is just to get to know y'all, and y'all get to know us. So